Emma and Daniel had been together for almost 3 years. Not the loud, dramatic kind of relationship people warned you about, but the quiet one. Predictable, stable, comfortable. The kind that slowly becomes routine without either person noticing when it happened. They met in college. Late nights, cheap coffee, shared dreams about the future. Back then, Daniel used to talk endlessly about what he wanted to become. Emma used to listen like it all mattered, and maybe it did, at the time. Now they lived together, same apartment, same couch, same conversations every evening. How was work? Fine. You? Same. Emma was the first to notice the changes. Not something obvious, just absence. Daniel was there, but not really present. He smiled less. He laughed later than everyone else in the room. His phone became an extension of his hand. Always nearby, always locked, always face down. She noticed how he'd tilt the screen away when messages came in, how he'd suddenly be busy late at night, how his hugs felt shorter, lighter, like he was already halfway gone. She told herself it was stress, work, life, growing up, because admitting anything else would mean admitting fear. One evening, it happened. Nothing dramatic, no argument, no shouting. Daniel went to take a shower. Emma stayed in the living room, scrolling mindlessly through nothing, thinking about nothing, until his phone lit up on the table. She wasn't trying to look, but the screen was bright, the message preview clear. Last night was a mistake. Or was it? Her heart didn't race. Her hands didn't shake. Everything just went quiet. She read it again and again, waiting for her brain to say, "This isn't real." It didn't. When Daniel came back, towel around his waist, hair dripping water onto the floor, Emma looked up and smiled. "How was the shower?" she asked. "Good," he said, not noticing anything. They ate dinner, watched a show, sat close enough to touch, far enough to feel the distance. That night, Emma didn't sleep. She stared at the ceiling, replaying every moment from the last few months, every ignored feeling, every time she chose comfort over honesty. The next morning, she didn't accuse him. She didn't grab the phone or demand answers. She waited. All day. That evening, when they were alone, she finally spoke. "Is there something you need to tell me?" Daniel looked up too fast. His face gave him away before his words ever could. There was a pause, not long, but heavy. "Yes," he said quietly. He sat down like his body suddenly weighed more than usual. "I didn't mean for it to happen," he started. "It was just one night. It didn't mean anything." Emma listened, her face calm, her voice silent. He kept talking, about feeling stuck, about pressure, about how his friends joked that he was wasting his youth, about how everyone else seemed free while he felt trapped inside a life that already felt decided. "I didn't plan it," he said again, "but I didn't stop it either." For the first time, he looked ashamed. Emma nodded slowly, then she said something that made him look up. "I was planning to leave." Daniel frowned. "What?" "I wasn't cheating," she said, "but I was already gone in my head." She told him about the nights she stayed because it was easier, about how she was scared of starting over, scared that being alone would feel worse than being unhappy together. "I kept waiting for the right moment," she said, "but the truth is I was just afraid." They sat there, facing each other like strangers who finally dropped their masks. He broke the rules. She avoided the truth. Different mistakes, same result. There was no screaming, no tears that night. Just exhaustion. In the morning, Emma packed slowly. Daniel watched, not trying to stop her. At the door, she turned back once. "This didn't end because of one night," she said. "It ended because we stopped being honest a long time ago." Daniel didn't reply. After she left, the apartment felt louder than ever. Later that night, Daniel checked his phone. The messages were still there, empty, meaningless. And for the first time, he understood. Cheating isn't what destroys relationships. Silence does.